through kickbacks and things from their diversion programs, because she has firsthand knowledge of that, because her ex, who tried to murder her, it's because they have a racket going. In bed with these people. And I actually, gosh, this is so ridiculous, but her kids were even kidnapped and taken across state lines. And Summer Stephan like refuses to do her job because she's in bed with these people. And I actually had called her out at one of the last meetings. I'm like, she's a child trafficker. Like, she traffics children. That all district attorneys do. And they had their child abduction unit, and they, in family court, make sure that families are torn apart. I mean, she doesn't prosecute pedophiles when she has all of the evidence to. But so because she's been exposing this, it's like they basically messed up pretty bad, because they drugged her with some drugs. I potentially could be ketamine. And they do that in these ambulances that they contracted with. It's like, the world around us is not what it seems. I wish that people would really understand that. Like, it's not just a little bit here and there. It's like everything is like an inversion of reality, or what it should be. Like, if it's supposed to be good, it's totally bad. But so she's got quite a lawsuit coming. And we'll be going to her hearing tomorrow morning to bring more light to it. But it's like, they wouldn't even let her call me from the jail. They kept saying that I was rejecting the phone call, and I'm like, I didn't even get a phone call. And so they were doing that. They were refusing her medical care. Like, they wanted her to die. She had a brain aneurysm just a year ago, and has had 2 sets of coils put into her brain because of it. And when they were wanting her to show up to court, she was having brain surgery, and they're like asking her if she could reschedule it, like it's routine teeth work. And it's like, she could die if she doesn't get this. This is very serious. And so when this officer beat the shit out of her, he could have killed her, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not happening to people that should be.
Yeah, well, indeed, and at an increased rate, because I personally know more people that are being attacked by the government right now for speaking the truth than I did when Biden was in. So it doesn't make any difference what party is in.
No, it doesn't. No.
As a matter of fact, the ones that you trusted more often are going to be the ones that are going to come after you because your guard is down.
And they're going to be the worst, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Because you feel like you're safe with them, and you're not. That's why everybody has to understand, like, don't just say it's them or them. It's all of them. And so you can't trust them, but you want to keep them close, keep your enemies close.
Yeah.
So that you could be watching and seeing what they're doing. I mean, because it's I'm telling you, they advertise it, and they kind of have to.
So we got a new one from you here.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This was at the...
Speaking truth to power.
Right, which they hate.
Yeah.
Romans 1:28, that if those who have turned away from God, he gives them over to a reprobate mind, and that's where we're at. He's given you over to spiritual wickedness, which you guys are engaged in. And it is clearly evident when you sit here and you claim to care about sexual assault victims. You're claiming that, and you're doing something that is political right now, going and renaming Cesar Chavez Day and whatnot. But you have plenty of evidence to shut down Polinsky Center. You have plenty of information to look into Malaika and Zai and the sexual assault and the woman named Gigi that she reported that you and county council have buried under the rug. As a victim, it is appalling to see the way that you guys virtue signal and sit here and pretend to care. Tara, what if your daughter was the one whose bedroom was broken into and she was raped in her own bedroom by an illegal alien? Would it matter to you then? Because it didn't matter to anybody when that happened in Linda Vista. It doesn't matter to anybody that children at Polinsky Center for decades have been reporting abuse. You guys are adding more beds to that place. And you sit up here on this dais and we pay you fucking money to hide the truth, to bury it under the rug and sit there and act like you care about victims. You create them. And then if they don't capitulate to your demands, you give them behavioral health therapy. Put them on psychotropic drugs. Kids who have been in the foster care system, who have been abused, are put on psychotropics so they shut the fuck up. And you sit here and you claim that you care? It shouldn't have to happen to your daughter, Tara, for it to fucking matter. When are you guys gonna do something except for political theater and act like you do fucking care? You don't. And it's a disgrace. And you will all burn in hell for it.
All right, we will now go and hear from those that have requested by.
I love it when they just give that.
I know.
You know.
Sometimes I almost want to cut it out, and I'm like, I got to leave that because it's so funny. Like, and he was a little bit like having the callers as the next speaker.
No, you got to leave that in because it shows
I know.
how unhuman they are. They're
I
really
know.
not human.
Like, you're not even just listening to any of that, but it's so true because they're so good at painting a picture to make people think they care. And it's like, it starts to weigh on you. That's why I'm like getting more frustrated because I can't just sit there and listen, like, and give them, like, because before it was like, I'd see what they were doing. And now I'm like, I already know the way you guys work after doing this for 6 years. Like, you guys have a specific way that you go about it. And so when I can just see it so clearly, it's like, I don't need to go and like talk about the amount of money. I can sometimes or whatever, but it's like more just to be like, man, you guys are just full of shit. Like the world around us in our local community should be amazing with how much money you guys get. And it's destroyed because of you. And you want everybody to look somewhere else. Don't look at us, look at them. Look at Trump. Trump is doing all these things. How dare he? And it's like, as long as they can, tout that and push that into people's minds, you have the massive, left coming and buying it. And they're just like, yeah, screw Trump. No. Screw Newsom as well. Like, screw all of these people who have been put in this position and are taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of the people. They are taking advantage of our money. They want you to sit there and work so that they can thrive. And until people see that and turn away from it and quit going, I want to take the blue pill because I got to pay rent, that, we're amazing creatures, and they are doing this because of that. They don't want us to know the truth. That's why they keep us in this perpetual state of chaos and then try and bring out order from it. And, and it's like, it's frustrating because it doesn't have to be this way. And people allow it to happen. And it's super frustrating when just day after, it's like in and out, they just keep doing it. And it's because people don't think being there matters. And it's like, well, it doesn't. If you just want them to do whatever they freaking want, then don't bitch about anything that's going on around us. If you're not willing to do something because you could, and it would be so freaking easy. That's why they're terrified of us. They have to keep us docile and take your guns and make sure that, you're just so busy that you can't pay attention to them. But you'll pay attention when they're talking about like, oh, I can't believe Trump's doing this to you. Why don't you ask them why they're doing what they are to you? You know what I mean? Like, why are the people suffering? Like, why can't they just fix problems? Why are they incompetent, intentionally so?
Yeah.
It's frustrating because it literally doesn't.
Psychologically, that when you end your rants, right, your little diatribes, the truth bombs, as it were.
Yeah.
And it's important to show their indifference because you see, it's like it's like if you ever were in a relationship psychologically, what bothers you more is the indifference when they don't care about you anymore. Right. You'd rather have that argument. You'd rather have that, give me a reason why you don't want to break up, right? And have that argument rather than them just going, I just don't care anymore. I'm leaving. I'll see you. Goodbye. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever you did have that. They don't care.
Right.
And that's it. And that's what they are. They do not care. They couldn't give a fat crap. You could set yourself on fire. Back in the day, that's, when the Vietnam War was going on, what got a lot of attention is when those monks were setting themselves on fire in public. They'd come out onto the street of Washington, D.C. and douse themselves with gasoline and set themselves on fire right there and protested the war. And, how do you not show emotion or to get
Right.
to that?
Right.
But I sincerely believe if you walked up there and set yourself on fire and then they put the fire out and go, next speaker, please.
Yeah. Well, it's like when there was gas going into that chamber and it was like blowing right in my face. I mean, I feel like if it was blowing in their face, I don't even know if they would have done anything, but they're like, we're good. And I'm like, you guys know there's gas. Like, what I should have done is pulled out my lighter and lit a cigarette and been like, is this okay? Do you know what I mean?
Then you would have been setting yourself on fire.
Are we good here? Like, I don't understand. You guys are literally acting like it's no big deal and you don't even want to evacuate the building. Like, that was so punched. So that was super telling because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're just sitting there like it's no big deal. Like you would.
Well, maybe it's true that they are reptilians.
Who knows? I'm telling you.
They're not
Like,
human.
I don't know that they are because they're low level. I think it's the higher level ones. They're the Nephilim.
Of course, they're the low level ones.
Those are the
They're gonna
Nephilim
put the high
shape-shifting.
level ones out there, in that position. They got to put the lowest of the apprentice reptilians as a
Right.
out there to do that because.
But those are fallen angels is what it is. So it's like, it's all within our space. That's why I think these people who for generation after generation could look like someone else is because they're the Nephilim. And they're the ones like just coming back time after time because they can, because they don't die. But the people do, whatever. But like, that's what I'm saying. This world is like science fiction that they give us ain't got nothing on this place. Like there's like, it is pretty.
I mean, seriously, the reality of this situation is nothing like any dystopian sci-fi movie could ever come up with. It's just because when you combine all the elements of what we're going through, you couldn't pack it in. It'd have to be like a 100-hour series.
It'd be a series, yeah, like
It'd have to be a series.
never-ending one.
Yeah, indeed. And it still would incorporate all of the dystopian, insane Elysium crap that's going on.
But it's funny.
I wouldn't worry at all. Trump is thinking about firing Pam Bondi.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just in time to go ahead and, give the Hopium people some hope that
It's almost up. Like, can you imagine? Your time's almost up. I would be like, out of here. Like, people, it's so stupid. It's such a short. That's what's so funny is like it's such a joke. Like everything that takes place. It's
well, it is. It is.
It is actually kind of a comedy show. I feel like. I mean, filled with like super wicked things. So it's also like
comedy.
It's a bittersweet. Yeah, it's super bittersweet. It's like with the sting of the tail.
Well, the minute I saw that headline, they come up, pop on April Fool's Day.
I know, right? All this stuff. There was something else that happened.
So let me
Happy
see
New
if I
Year,
can
you
find
guys.
it.
Happy
Let me
New
see
Year.
if I can find it. I went ahead and I did a little play on this. I did in the comments section of the story. Because I figured this has got to be an April Fool's joke.
Right.
This has got to be something that they would come up with on April Fool's Day. And so I made this comment up. See if I can find it. Yeah, I think this is it. Wait. Oh, no, here it is. Good. All right. Yeah, it's up here. Good. Terrific. All right. Yeah. So I made this up. Let me see if I can get this in center here. So, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, that's better. All right. So I answered this because this is what popped in my mind is that, here's a guy that is 0 for 3 already for AGs. Really.
I know.
Sessions, Barr.
Sessions was, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Barr, even, oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
I know. They're
obvious deep stater.
Yes.
Right out of the Bush cabal. Right. Sessions' biggest thing is he wanted to go after pot smokers, which is
right.
Okay. Lock her up wasn't a campaign slogan. We actually wanted to see back in 2016. We wanted to see accountability. And he goes in, he says, well, I'll give you accountability. I'm going after those pot smokers. And we went, huh?
What? Yeah.
Like, what
are you talking about?
Yeah. What? And so there was enough of a backlash back then because we were still fresh in the movement. There were a lot of people that still had hope that, hey, finally, we got a guy in here that talks like us and sounds like us. And you look at it, during his first campaign, the thing that struck, and this is a quote from him, you elect me president. Right.
Yeah. Oh, we already knew, buddy.
Yeah. And I said, well, hey.
Let's see what he's going to do. Yeah.
I mean, it was odd to find even. Come out and make a statement like that. Yeah, and I said, well, and back then I went, well, I went, oh, well, okay.
Let's see what he's going to do.
Even see any kind of a candidate come out and make a statement like that.